Welcome to another episode of Moments for Moms. Today is going to look a little different. I'm talking with the founder of Her View from Home, wonderful, amazing community for moms. Her name's Leslie Means, but we're going to be doing a Zoom interview, so we won't be in the studio. You're going to love her. You're going to want to connect with their community. Of course, Stephanie will be here with a home hack, and we will see Dr. Brooks Gibbs with another mental health moment. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea and take this moment just for you. Leslie, thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're here and you're joining us. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to do this.
Honored to be here.
Yay. Okay. So I would love for our viewers, tell us a little bit about your family, yourself, where you live, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. I have 3 kids. The oldest will be 15 soon, a girl. And then the middle kid, she'll be 13 very soon, also a girl. And I have a little boy who is 6. And my husband Kyle and I have been married for, I think almost 19 years. Do the math, 2004 to now. So yeah, I think almost 19 years. And we live in the middle of Nebraska. So I grew up here. I have all my family here. It's been through many, many generations of our family.
That's awesome. Oh, so I've never been to Nebraska.
Well, come on over.
I know. I need to visit it. So I love that you said your family there, because my family, I was born in Ohio, but I was raised in Florida. And so once we had Charlie, our 2-year-old, my parents, they're separated. So they moved up at separate times, but they both moved up here. And it's just, there's so much to be said for having family nearby. They help us. The only problem that I see is that it's kind of like once you have kids, like my dad and I were so close, and now he's like, well, where's Charlie? Where's Charlie? I'm like, do you love me?
Want to hang out with the kids. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You kind of like just get pushed to the side when grandbabies come.
Right.
And I wasn't ready for all of that.
Yeah. I have 3 older sisters and I'm the youngest, and they all have kids and they're all within an hour of me. And then my husband's family is all within 2 hours. So, and he has an older brother and they have kids. So yeah, it really is and was very important to us to have our family around as our kids grow up.
Yeah, my husband was born and raised here, so his family is here. So we have a lot of grandparents, and Charlie gets to spend all the time with them, and it's wonderful.
With them, yeah.
Yeah, yes. So I would love to just start talking about Her View from Home, kind of let you tell everybody what that's about. I'm so interested, like, how in the world, how did you start that? Just tell me the story behind that.
Okay. So I could be very long-winded with this. So please feel free to cut me off at any point, because it's like, oh, where should I start? So Her View from Home is actually 11 years old, and it started, I think even before then, really, because I'm this broadcast journalism girl. So I spent 7 years in TV, and I was a morning anchor and weekend anchor and a reporter. And then I started a local talk show. And I actually, on paper, the job looked amazing. I was finally, when we were doing this talk show that we started, it was incredible hours for TV. It was like 6 a.m. and I left at 1. And that was way better than, weekends or going into work at 1 a.m., which I had been doing when I was the morning anchor, right? So, and on paper, it looked great, good hours. I loved it. We got to talk to like 5 to 10 people an hour. They'd come in, we'd chat, they'd leave. I mean, it was really great. And my girls were little. They were, I think, 2 and 6 months at the time. And I call it God whispers a lot. I'm like, I felt like there was something more I was supposed to be doing, and it didn't make sense to me. In hindsight, now you can see, but I really didn't understand it. And I was like, I think I need to find something else. And I actually got a call on my work phones back in the day. I always say, when you actually had to leave messages on actual phones that were on the desk. And it was a call from a woman who I had met through my time at TV. And I kind of knew her, but not well. She worked for our local chamber of commerce. And she said, Leslie, give me a call when you get off the show today. I have something I want to talk to you about. And I specifically remember saying, wouldn't that be cool if she had a job for me? Not knowing that she had any job, no openings, anything. I called her that day after the show, and she offered me a job. She had a job opening, and she didn't really want to promote it. She wanted to offer it to me. And this is one of those moments where it's like, what is this TV girl, this broadcast journalism girl going into this business world, the Chamber of Commerce, but I just jumped at the opportunity. I thought, well, maybe this is it. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I left TV. And that first day at the Chamber, I just sobbed. I went home for lunch break and I didn't even know how to do a Google like spreadsheet, Excel sheet. I didn't know how to do any of that. And I specifically remember looking in the mirror. I was like, what did I do, God? Like, did I totally mess this up? And, time went on and then I learned the ropes a little more and I learned about the business world and how the business things work. And I absolutely loved that. I loved, really and thrived off of meeting business, members of the business community and how they made everything run. But then I missed that creative journalism side too. And that's when I started Her View from Home. And so it's so interesting to me how I can look back at it and know that there's no way I would have known how to start a business had I not had that business experience going through.
Right.
So it's really kind of cool how the two meshed together. Yeah. And I could go into so many details on that, but that's kind of the start of it. And when I started Her View from Home, it really was this place for community. It was very similar to the talk show that I had started as well. It was going to be at first talking about the best of Nebraska people and places. And then, the internet is big and it ended up being something much greater and much bigger than we could have ever dreamed.
No, that's so awesome. I have enjoyed it so much.
Thank you.
Yes, I've read so many of the articles and the blogs and all of the posts. And I was looking through the website. I love that you have so many like different categories on there. I saw something on there for like grief and something for marriage. It's kind of like there's something for everybody, for every woman on there. And I really love that. It's not just singled out,
right.
And
right.
I love that. You guys have such great content on there.
Incredible writers. It's interesting too how that started, because it really was, we started with like 10 of my friends who wrote.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, one was talking about her faith, one talked about her marriage, one talked about a really hardship, a grief. And that's really how the themes kind of started, was from their original stories. And then from there, we branched out to those more specific categories. So yeah, it really is motherhood, marriage, faith, relationships, and grief that women share. They're vulnerable, true, beautiful, funny, heartfelt content. And these women are from across the globe, which is really cool.
Yeah. We were talking to a writer who writes for you, Debbie Prather, earlier today, and she's so lovely. I just enjoyed her so much. And that's something she was talking about, like how she obeyed God. We were talking about her adoption story, and just like you, like she said at the end, what blessing would she have missed out on if she wouldn't have followed God's leading, even though she was afraid. And just like you, like stepping away from completely everything that you knew, what you went to school for, like, probably also like people are like, well, you went to school for, like, you did this, you did, what are you doing?
Right. Oh,
but
gosh.
just to like step out and follow the Lord, and like the same thing, like what blessing would you have missed out on, like this incredible, and also me, like all of these women who are receiving, like gaining from that blessing. Like I look forward to those posts daily, and I check it all of the time, and I was so thankful to find it. So tell our people, how can they connect with Her View from Home?
Yeah. So Her View is everywhere now. So Facebook and Instagram and a newsletter and all those good things. So, and then, we can't publish every piece that we get in, but we do encourage women to send in a piece if they want to share something. And I do know our editors read every single one, and they will respond to you whether it's being published or not. And actually, one of our editors, she's so incredible. She's the one who has to send out the rejection letters too. And she sits and prays over every single one before she sends them. I'm like,
what a blessing.
It's such an incredible community. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to have connected with it and just get to talk to you here. We're going to take a little break for a moment, but we'll be right back. We're going to talk about the book and all of the other things. So I want you all to stay with us here on What If Moments for Moms. Stephanie is going to be right back with a home hack. I know that you'll love it. So hang with us, and we'll be right back with Leslie.
The hack. So happy to be back with you guys today. And listen, I'm doing these craft segments because I want to spark your imagination. When you go somewhere, I want you to see something and see something else that you can make with it. So I have Rebecca back with me today.
Hey.
And today we're doing just a super simple. We bought some candle holders from the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 tree.
Yeah.
Some candle jars, right? And then she has some fancy, what do you call that? A ribbon, like silver ribbon,
like sparkly.
And we're just going to put them together and help make a tablescape with them. So you're going to glue the ribbon around the bottom of this glass jar.
Okay.
I'm going to start gluing here because when you're making a tablescape, you want to have layers, right? You don't want everything
the variation.
flat. So to make layers, we're using tall, we're using short, we're using the adorable glass candle holders. And everything we're doing, everything costs $1.25 minus the glue, because the glue was a little more expensive. So super simple to make. You know, I've been married 28 years. So in that time, I have thrown plenty of birthday parties, baby showers, Christmas parties. And you always want to make it, you always like want to one up last year.
Do better than you
do a little bit better. So this will help you just one up your decorations, your table. Charcuterie tables are huge
they're very big.
So you could, you know what you could do on here? You could put a platter on top, glue it on, and have a high level platter to put food on. I just want to spark your imagination. So here's my level.
All right.
Okay.
I gotta do mine.
You're going to use E6000 for
longevity,
and you're going to use hot glue.
Yes.
Because it glues fast, and we don't like to wait, right?
Oh, not a patient gal.
Perfect.
All right.
Oh, so it's so easy. Please get your kids, get your grandkids in the dining room or wherever you are. And
hold on for a second.
Let it dry. I mean, it's just adorable.
So cute.
And I'm going to take a video of a tablescape, and I'll show it at the end of this so you can see everything put together. So cute. Are you there? Almost there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little dry a little bit.
Yeah. So look how cute these are.
So cute, the different levels.
And how, I mean, it took 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you could prepare for a party, pre-plan, because that's how you save money. You pre-plan and you be organized. Those are my two top saving money suggestions. You do something like this and you make a beautiful table for under $20. It's so much fun.
And all the compliments that you'll get
all the compliments. And then you go, oh, this old thing,
come
under
on.
$20. They won't believe it. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you for having me.
I truly appreciate you. And we'll see you guys next time. God bless you.
We want to connect with you. Make sure to visit our website, momentsformoms.tv, for the latest episodes of the show, guest information, resources, and so much more. Visit momentsformoms.tv today.
Thank you again so much for being here, Leslie. I'm so excited that you're here. And we've been talking about Her View from Home, which is an incredible ministry that you left journalism and broadcasting, which, you know, you trained to do and you love doing because you really felt that's where God was leading you to do. So I want to, go ahead.
No, go for it. Go.
Yeah.
Talk.
I want to make sure that we talk about this.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Oh.
So God Made a Mother. What a beautiful title. What a beautiful book. Tell me all about this, because I have a hard copy and a Kindle copy, and I also have one to give away as a gift. So obviously I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Okay. Let's dive in. I talk a lot about God whispers in our story, and we've always known that we've wanted to write a book. Like for years, I wanted to write a book, but we didn't have the title. I didn't know what it was. I knew the title wasn't Her View from Home, and I'm very much like listening to those, you know, the goosebump moments, whatever it is. That's to me like Holy Spirit talking to me. So I'm in the bathtub, and it's April of 2020. So, you know, it's 2020, like just early on. And it's interesting because I feel like that's actually when everything got really quiet. You know, it was like, okay, you're focused. Everything else is done, you know, shutting down, whatever. And so I'm in the tub, and I just thought, oh, so God Made a Mother. That is such a good title for a book, because we have articles on our website that we've published for years. Actually, one of the first ones was God Gave Me Sons, and it went nuts. I mean, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of views by now. And so then we were publishing other content of God made a grandma, God made a boy mom, and all these articles would do so well. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is such a good title for the book. That's the book. And I got out of the tub that day and told the team, and they were all like, ah, dang it. That's such a good title. So only dang it, because we were so tired. It's like the first month of COVID, we're like, ah, man, but we knew like this was it. And we went and we found agents fairly quickly, and they loved it, and then the publishers loved it, and that's really how it got kicked off. I want to say, though, it's super important for me when I tell this story, because it feels like, oh, it was so amazing that you had this idea. Like, again, Her View from Home is 11 years old, so it really was a lot of work leading up to that.
Absolutely.
Before we had the book going. But we knew we wanted to open it up just to the Her View from Home writing community at first, for this first one. And so we received over 500 submissions for the book and had to narrow it down to about 100. And I think there's like 89 of us in here. And each chapter is broken up into characteristics of a mother. So God made a mother tender. So God made a mother proud, strong, faithful, etc. And I lead the reader through each chapter. So I write the first piece, and then there's several articles after each section written by our Her View from Home contributors, brand new content. And it is heartfelt, emotional, real, raw, vulnerable stories that these women share. Some funny, some really hard. And it was important to us that every piece was relatable to any mother, even if you don't have old kids, even if your kids are all grown, whatever it is, we wanted every mother to be able to relate to the stories throughout the book.
Yeah. And so something that I love, because I'm in a season with a 2-year-old. So I work full time. I don't have a ton of time. My time with God has drastically changed in this season. Like, I can't just, Charlie doesn't sleep very well. So even if I try and get up before him, it's like he hears me and he just wants to be a part of the party. So like that like quiet morning cup of coffee, like it's just
doesn't happen.
Yeah. What I love so much about this is that you're saying chapter, but then in each chapter, like the readings are so short and easy and engaging. Like, I can always fit this in to my day, always, because it's really short. And so I think this is good for any mother. For me, all I know is being a mom of a toddler. I could say it's specifically good for that because of how much time we don't have, So I love that so much. And all of the writers are absolutely incredible.
Aren't they great? And they talk about, we talk often about how the stories that they're sharing and the lives that they're changing just by being vulnerable and being themselves. Like, they'll never be able to know that, but it's just incredible work what they're doing just by sharing their story.
Yes. And so some of the things that I've read so far are things that are, like you said, like there's some ones that deal with grief, and it, like, some of them I haven't necessarily walked through yet, but I know I'm going to. So that's something else I've kind of appreciated about it, is that it really is for all ages, areas of life. Like it's kind of like one of those things where, I could probably go back to this because this is some of these things are going to happen. Like, part of these things are inevitable in everybody's life. Like, death happens, like our parents are going to pass. I mean, some people lose a child. Even like to take this book to minister to a friend, just, in those hard moments, this can give words to that. And I love that about it. It just, it meets so many needs.
Thank you for saying that too. I think the world has we've kind of lost our ability to sit with someone else, even if they don't look or think like us. And that's really the goal of the book, was to have, even if you've never gone through that situation, and, maybe hopefully on some of the hard pieces, you never will, but even if you never go through those, you can read that person's perspective and just be like, okay, I don't understand it, but I see you, I'm here with you in this. And I can sit with you. That's kind of I feel like we've lost that because we're all so angry at each other, and you don't get that in this book. You don't get that in Her View. It's just a chance to hear someone else's story and try to understand where they're coming from. And then you hope people can do the same thing for you.
Absolutely. And I think something that sets us apart, because I am a part of like just different like mom groups. Once I found out I was pregnant, I'm like, okay, like, how do I do this? Just like Googling this stuff and trying to find connection. And what I love about this is that it is like her view. So it's accepted. Do you know what I mean? Like where in a lot of the groups, like I remember, I didn't breastfeed. I bottle fed, and I knew I wanted to do that. The second I got pregnant, I had no desire to breastfeed. And also I wasn't able to. Nobody knew that, but asking certain questions, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible mother. And obviously I'm doing this very wrong, but they don't understand that even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So there's so much on there, so much like comparison and mom shaming, and we're all just trying to do the very best we can. There's no manual. Like I still don't understand how they just send you home with this tiny human, like what? So
I'm there now with these teens. I'm like, what am I doing? I need this community. I need these women. I need this book. I need more support than ever because I don't have a clue. And I don't love the self-help books. I don't find a lot of information from that. I need your story. I need somebody who's walked through it before. And then I can be like, oh, okay, I'm not alone in this. Like, this is just really hard. We are all doing this together and no one's doing it perfectly. And if they try to tell you that by using some filter on social media, they're not being truthful because we're all just kind of winging it.
100% every day. I mean, this morning I'm trying to like prepare for this, but I'm also Googling like overnight diapers because I'm changing like pee sheets every day and I'm just over it. Like, we're just trying to figure it out. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've never done this before.
Right.
So I just love that. I love you. I always feel supported. I always feel encouraged. It always leaves me feeling better about myself as a mom. Not like a failure, even if like I might have messed up that next day. So we only have a minute left. I would love I know it goes so fast. So any last thing you want to leave, any tips, how to get the book, anything like that you want to leave our viewers?
I think for the longest time, I thought there was something more that I had to be doing. I thought, Herbie from home, like, what am I doing? What is the book? All that. And I just really think that what we're doing and what all these women are doing are sharing their stories is that they are helping others feel less alone. And it really can be that simple. And so we encourage people, whatever you're doing in your life, like maybe you'll never write your story, but tell your story to someone else. And then hopefully they'll do the same for you. And just the lives that you can be changing and affecting by doing that is it's huge. You'll never know how many women that you're helping just by sharing your story. That's it. I think that's the good stuff in life. Yes,
I totally agree. I can't thank you enough for taking this time out and being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and stay tuned. Dr. Brooks Gibbs will be back here with us, and he is going to be talking about a mental health moment.
For the Christian Television Network, I'm Dr. Brooks Gibbs, and this is your mental health moment. Our topic today is trust. Trust in God. Trust in His plan and His timing. I know it can be difficult sometimes, but trust me, it is a powerful grounding force in our life when we can learn to trust God. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 through 6 might be one of your favorite passages. It says this: "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." See, this scripture reassures us that even though we may not know or understand what God's doing in our circumstances, we can trust in His wisdom and guidance. Trust helps to alleviate worry, reduce fear. It gets rid of the sense of insecurity and gives us peace and security in its place. It is a potent remedy for uncertainty and a stabilizing factor in our mental health. So whenever you're in doubt, get this verse out. Remember to trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean into your faith. Trust in God. Believe that He is going to guide you. For the Christian Television Network, I'm Dr. Brooks Gibbs.
What If? Moments for Moms is more than just a show. It is a community of moms encouraging each other on this incredible journey we have been called to. Join our private Facebook group to share your mom moments, questions, small victories, and connect with other moms as we all come together in this ministry called motherhood.
We can't wait to see you there.
I am here with my coworker and friend, Darlene. And Darlene, if you had one piece of advice to give to moms, what would it be?
Well, I'm the mom of an adult child, one and only, and she had a number of years of being single, just recently married.
Yes.
So I think the biggest thing I've had to do is to let go. And how many times that I want to insert my thoughts, my advice, my well-seasoned thought, and I just need to wait for her to initiate asking for it.
That is such
great
the
advice. Hardest thing for me.
Yeah.
But let her initiate. And I have found if I just watch what I say, just listen, be a listener and not insert, let her come to me, she will.
That is so great.
But that's just in a nutshell. It's not easy to do.
It's hard.
It's
so
hard. And then now I have a new dynamic I now have a son-in-law, and this is just literally within recent weeks. So now I have to work that too.
Yes. Yeah.
To not insert too much with the two of them.
It's so hard.
So basically, in a nutshell, don't insert yourself where you're not requested to be.
Yeah.
Let them come to you.
That's great. Thanks,
That's it.
Darlene.
Hey everyone. So I wanted to share a tip that I found that's really helpful with him. Charlie. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, can you tell them about the timer? What does the timer do?
We go on couch.
It makes you go on the couch, but how does it sound? That's what the timer does?
Yeah.
Okay, so something I found that's worked really well with Charlie. He is 2.5 and he's really crazy. But
Oh, yeah, dinner right now. Yeah, dinner right
we're at dinner right now. Okay, I found that using my timer on my phone has really been helpful. So if it's time to go on to the next thing, or if I want to stop playing in the playroom because we need to go sit on the couch, or if we have to get out of the bathtub, I've set my timer on my phone, and he even asks me, is that timer on yet? Did you set my timer yet? And it's been really awesome because as soon as the timer goes off, he knows. When the timer goes off, what's it time to do? Go on the couch, and we clean up in the playroom. How's the cleanup song go?
Yeah.
That's not how it goes. Sing it.
Yeah.
What are the words to it? Okay. So anyway, I don't know, if you have a tiny toddler and you need a tip, try setting your timer and see if that works for you. I hope it's helpful, and we'll see you next time.
What If? Moments for Moms is available anywhere you listen to podcasts. Whether you are running errands, driving your kids around, or heading to work, you can have a moment of encouragement just for you. Just search What If? Moments for Moms and listen now.